Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday. It's 8:30. Well, 8:31. I was close today. I'm joined by a Monday and, as usual on a Monday, Andy Tate. We're going to discuss this little rumor about Amrabat. Um, you can give us your thoughts on his playing ability more than anything else. We're going to talk about Mason Mount just a little teeny weeny bit as he's passed his medical, and I've got something to ask you lot about salons. Um, Look, let's get the show on the road. Let's get the show started. Happy Monday to you both. How we doing?
Yeah, it's a Monday. Look, it's Monday, man. How do you think we're doing? We started the week of work. I know Andy's doing different shifts, but yeah, I started work today. I'm like, nah, I'm not on it. I've actually booked 2 days off. I've got Tuesday and Wednesday off because I just wasn't feeling it today. I just said I didn't need some annual leave because I wasn't in the moods. But yeah, so I'm not. I'm just not feeling Mondays, bro. We need a 3-day weekend. We need bank holiday weekends. This is too much, man. Weekend just flies by. But anyway, do you want to say really pleased with the developments where Man United are going anyway, and I'm glad to be on the show to talking about that tonight because yeah, we're making moves.
Chris, you're humming a little bit loud. Whoops. Talk to me. Whoops. Talk to me.
And he's got his MUFC top on. What year? What is that then? Is that
2011, 2010, 11.
Glory years.
Chicken
Will they be back?
Oh, standard.
It's got my name on. It's got my name on my back. It's got the badges. It's like, yeah, this is class. You know what I mean?
Is that the number 7 shirt with your name on it? That one?
Yeah, that's the number 7 shirt.
Nice,
you know what? I thought, what can I wear today? So just wear. You know what? I feel like a United. I'm not what a United shirt day in about a month. So just put a retro shirt on for the day.
Wicked. Suits you. You look like an old
like
pro.
A footballer.
Yeah,
you look like a professional footballer.
Oh yeah, give me these kits anytime over Adidas, anytime.
Oh God, yeah, of course. Nike.
Yeah, of course. Nike, no Nike, not Nike.
Yes,
we're English.
My sister's name is spelled Nike. We call her Neek. So you got Nike, and Neek.
Neek.
Yeah, her name's Adenike. It's a Nigerian.
Okay.
So I don't know why they gave her a Nigerian name. But Adenike.
She got a nickname. Like you got Nike, just do it. What is that? Pick up the phone.
When I was a kid, she'd be like, just shut up. She was annoying.
Just shut up, yeah. Just shut up.
Siblings.
Just shut it. Yeah, I like that. Just shut it. Yeah.
Anyway, the reason I'm saying about the pronunciation of Nike or Neek, however you spell it, because the player we're going to talk about today, I was really struggling. I had to actually go and listen to some commentators to find out how you really pronounce it, the Moroccan guy. But hopefully you guys will correct me if I mess it up.
Okay, well, look, say hi to the guys in the chat, and then we can talk about the guy who you said who you can't say his name.
Okay, so we've got a Stumpy Countertop. How you doing? Bath Time's in the house as well. Bath Time saying, can Tate give us a 1 to 10 score for the new Transformers movie, please?
I would get a 7 because it's just rush. But like I say, when Optimus Prime's in it, anything's good with me. So I'll give it a 7 out of 10.
I saw a joke about Optimistic Prime. There was a meme about it. Yeah. I sent it to Andrew Williams, sorry. Andrew's early for once. Andrew's the guy who always rolls in late, doesn't he, to our shows and starts causing trouble. But Andrew, welcome early. Same with Ed Mayhem, one of our midfield maestros from Man United Agenda FC. Neil, how you doing, Neil? Welcome, man. This is the man who goes way back. Neil was talking about, like, he's older than you, Mr. B, and older than you, Andy. I'm sure. He's talking about games from well beyond. So we'd like to have that knowledge on. Big up, Neil. My sister's called Neek. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Nike it is. Seen loads of funny pictures. Seen loads of pictures with Andy wearing that top. the one at Old Trafford looking depressed was funny. Do you know what he's talking about, Man United there?
6-1 is the shirt.
Oh.
When we lost to City 6-1, this was the shirt I had on.
Fuck it.
Bad luck.
And again, some guy with a camera took a picture of me at Stretford End, and that was the image of the weekend. Unreal.
Here we got Andrew Williams saying the Transformers movies up to this point have been an absolute abomination. Not seen the newest one though. That might change your mind. That's a pessimistic prime view. Andrew Williams saying evening, Errol and Darius. And Andrew saying here, Bartholomew saying, Andrew, have you heard of the theory Phil Leotardo? Oh God, let's not get into that. All right, let's not get into it. Look, stop your stupid chat. We're here to talk football, man. Evening, lads.
This is football. This is football. I love sci-fi, but this is football.
Luke Chapman in the house as well. Cobblers fan. That's okay. You're welcome. You're always welcome to join us. And UK Strange as well. Mr. B over to you. That's the comments.
All right. Look, I woke up to well, not even woke up. Halfway through the day, I got a WhatsApp and a message about Amrabat, a fee being agreed. Well, personal terms being agreed for Amrabat. I did a little bit of digging. I know on Monday you've got a little bit of information on it, but from what I've seen or whatever, he's only got a year left on his contract. So that's a good start. Price wise, it means that it's going to be dropped. There's no English tax. Welcome, Gary. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to the badness, my friend. Yeah. So I would be pleasantly surprised if this was a player who we were interested in. He played in the World Cup. Look, international football. You know me and international football, but the games that I did see Morocco playing, he was very, very impressive. So, Andy, what are your thoughts, please, mate?
I'm all for it. If alternative strikers, if we cannot get Mr. Kane, if we cannot
central
get
midfielder.
Central midfielder. I apologies. Yeah, a central midfielder definitely is a must, and you got to look at cheaper options. And it was very useful Cup. I mean, he was instrumental in Florentino getting to the Europa Conference final. Bit unlucky to win it. So yeah, let's definitely take a good look. Take a look at him. Why not? Because if you can't have option A, then you got to go to B, C, D, E, F, G. You're not going to try the entire alphabet between now and transfer deadline day.
Listen, have faith. I keep saying we have to be positive. On Monday, I know you've got some information for me.
Well, I'm multitasking here because I've got one dog on heat and one who's wants to give it to the king, you know. So sorry about this, guys.
Can we broadcast this before the watershed or what? Jesus!
You don't want to be seeing this. Stop.
Oh no!
Anyway, yeah, talk about this guy Amrabat. We know that Ten Hag managed him when he's playing in Utrecht, I think it was, a few years ago. So he definitely knows about the player. He's come to the fore this season, especially at the World Cup. Everyone's raving about Morocco and their performances, and he was the key guy in the heart of the midfield. And this guy is someone who's brilliant centre midfielder, deep line playmaker kind of thing. And he doesn't go to ground. He pinches the ball really well, reads the game really well. You try to close him down, he can turn in and out of trouble quite easily. He's good on the ball, good technique, head up, really good player. And we were talking about Declan Rice, and we might be a bit upset about missing out on him. But for the price tag of what we're getting for a 26-year-old international Moroccan guy like that, who's done really well in Serie A, I think that's great. I think it's a really good signing and someone that we should be really excited about if we're fans of Man United Football Club, because we need this in midfield. He'll give us him and Casemiro, for example, and you can rotate with Eriksen. It just gives us more options and more control of the games, because this guy's a really good player. So you might look at him and think he's slight or thing, but it's about the way he uses his body, the way he progresses the ball. He brings it out from the back. He pops it off. He's very simple, unselfish, knows his role, knows his position, and he is also a former pupil of Ten Hag as well. So I think it's a yes from me. I don't know how far we come, but just to add as well, his brother Nuruddin, or whatever his name is, has said he's looking for the elite club. And he mentioned Saudi Arabia as well, because that's where they're taking that. They're making that like a big league now, because he's saying, look, there's big players over there. And obviously, when he says elite, it means money and prestige and winning stuff. He compared it. He doesn't want to go from Serie A to come to a mid-table side. So Manchester United knocking on the door would be fantastic. And obviously, we talked about the link with Ten Hag, and he talked about being an elite club and winning things. He can make his name here. And I don't think we've ever had a Moroccan player or many North African players at Man United before. This would be a first in the first team. So I'm excited about it, and I think he will do really well in our side. So I'm sure the guys in the comments know about him. I know Andrew Williams definitely knows about him. But yeah, go and have a look at his guys. This is a good signing and pretty cheap as well for what we get.
Also, just on you were mentioning his brother. I know he mentioned that there was we had a failed bid for him in January. So yeah, we were sniffing around then. So maybe this is an option. I would love him. I would love him at our club. I would love him at our club, to be fair. That would get me excited more, because I'm not excited with, Mason Mount. Will talk about his in passing his medical in a bit, but that would get me excited. That would get me excited as a central midfielder. That's somebody.
Sorry, Mr. B, can you respond to this? Because I'm not sure. Andrew Williams asking what sort of money you're asking.
26 million euros.
There you go. Okay, that's just cheap then. It's less than 20 mil,
we got
maybe.
The money though.
Yeah.
That's it. Do we have to sell Fred to fund it?
Well, if that's the case, you better get Fred out the fucking door quick, mate. I tell you, get him out the door quick.
Exactly. Because if we're potless, we can only get 3 players. We're going to have to sell to buy, and somebody's got to be sacrificed.
Yeah. But certainly. Neil Driscoll is also saying it'd be a great signing for Man United. Gary, all the way from Cape Town, the town of superheroes, is saying Amrabat is a player, press resistant, and loves a tackle. Just what we need. Doesn't go to ground, he just reads the play, doesn't he? Really well, doesn't he, Gary? And Bath Time saying here he has decent second phase player. I'm really unconvinced about that final performance. Never used the space he was given to drive his team. So obviously he's referring to when they played West Ham in the Conference League final, when it was him basically up against Rice, 2 big players who are sort of on the radar of bigger clubs this season. Yeah, you know what? Look, this is the sort of business we need to be doing. I've noticed with Ten Hag, he buys players that he feels he can trust, and he does know. I mean, because he knows this guy, and this guy is sort of well renowned right now. I think, for the price, I don't think he can go wrong with that, man. And it will make us stronger.
I don't think he can't trust the scouts anyway. So he can't trust the scouts. Yeah, he has to go by what he knows at the moment. There's no point in relying on any of those whatless people here.
I mean, in the value market, he could be like a Valencia type. You only paid 20 odd million for. He could be that sort of value, and you get a good 6-7 years out of him.
Yeah. Good age, as they say. 26 years old, ready to peak, and he's ambitious as well. I mean, he's come from Dutch football. He's obviously ended up at Serie A for Fiorentina, not a big team. They're mid-table side, but the next move for him, he's serious. It sounds like according to his brother, sounds like he's ready for the big time. And Man United is a great stage for him.
You take your country to a World Cup final, semi-final as well.
I think they got to the semis, Andy.
Yeah,
Morocco got to the
semis. Yeah. Oh, well, there you go. That's big. That's big.
That's big in their country. I mean, and for him, that's another step up if he goes to the Premier League and into Manchester United. It's only going to raise his profile in his own country, like Ji-sung Park was for United. I say, like Kim Min-jae played for Napoli. His profile's gone up. He'll go to Bayern Munich. It'll go up as well. These players who are recognised and respected and idolised in their own country, it'll just put them at the top of the mountain.
Yeah. Has Kim Min-jae actually been signed? He hasn't actually been signed or unveiled yet, has he?
When's the window for him? He's got a window, hasn't he?
It's 1 to 15, isn't it?
1st of July, he's got a 2-week window for 50. Was it 42 million pounds or something?
Okay.
I thought that would have been. I'll be honest. I thought that would have been done and tied up.
You don't know. Anything could be gazumped. Anything can happen. Like saying Stingray, anything can happen in the next half hour. You know something could happen, but I don't believe anything.
Bath Time saying here that he'd normally go for Amrabat for 20 million, but he prefers us to stick to a striker and goalkeeper. So are we prioritising players that positions that we don't need at the moment? Because he's saying striker and goalkeeper seem to be more important.
They were.
Would you rather have a goalkeeper that can get you another 8-9 points, or a goalkeeper that will cost you 8 or 9 points? You know what I mean?
So we need to replace the goalie.
Performance, or it would cost you a cup tie. It would cost you a final. Sorry, De Gea, but on a goalkeeper that will get you to a final, win you a final. You know, that's the difference. Let's say you got to prioritise. Let's say
6.
You've got to be cruel to be kind, gentlemen.
Sorry, I've just seen this message from Andy. Number 6. No, he wouldn't play. He wouldn't. He's never playing Martinez in central mid. Absolutely no chance.
Kim and Jay's is good as gone to Bayern Munich. It's just a formality. It's just a formality.
And what a tough choice, Andy says. Bath.
I mean, look, you know that we are really struggling. I don't know how they're gonna
plug
get
that
themselves
midfield
through this mess. Yeah, because there's no way we can go into the Champions League with the midfield that we've got. There's no way we can go into the season with the strike force that we've got, and there's no way we can go into pre-season with the goalie that we had.
Okay.
Midfield. You get scared. You wonder, could it be another Brighton Middlesbrough start for United? You know what I mean? You don't want to be like that. Oh, you never know with this team. You never know.
Well, we need to do the business. Well, Andy, we're doing business. I mean, Mount's on his way, and we're talking. We've got goalkeeper on the horizon, and this guy Amrabat as well. Andrew Williams saying, why not try Lisandro Martinez as a 6? I'd say no, because he's a great centre back. I know you've got to play people in their best position. I think it'd be a disrespect to the guys that we're trying to build a midfield in: Casemiro, Eriksen, Bruno, Mount, to put Martinez in there.
Well,
I think
Martinez is a 6. Let's put Maguire as a central striker then. You know, let's just mess up the system. You know, let's put Fred in the goalkeeping section. You know, if you want ideas,
Okay. Want to say hi to Wesley. Wesley's in the house as well. Don't know what he's saying, but drop some comments, Wesley. Arteta wanted Martinez as well as a number 6. He's got the technical and the build-up play, and there had to be a backup plan for him in the Prem being that small. I think he's proven to be a great centre-back. I don't see any reason to put him in midfield. It's a bit like, didn't we have the argument a couple of years ago on the agenda about, why not play Lindelof in midfield? It's just speculation. I think it's never going to happen, in my opinion.
Yes,
I just don't think we got better players there. What's your thoughts on United hijacking Rocker deal from Barca? 18 years old, better option than Holland.
I heard about this one, Big G. It sounds like the Barca deal is so far down the line that I don't know why we would try and get involved. It sounds like they've signed everything. I think it's 35 plus 14 plus 10 million. I mean, look, again, where are we going to get the money for an 8-year-old who we need first team players at the moment? But yeah, I did hear about that earlier on, and it was a bit confusing to me, to be fair.
Okay, so they're still sticking with this midfield Martinez argument. He said he's played there for Ajax, I believe. Yeah, he has, but he only played there as substitute. He played there 12 times in total. It was the Mexican guy Alvarez who was playing there majority of the time. So everyone was, when they signed him, said, "Oh yeah, he's going to be mid. He's versatile." But he played there maybe 12 times in 90 odd appearances he had for Ajax. So I just don't see it. I don't see that as a viable option. But everyone's, you type to opinion. I think I just don't agree with that. Wesley saying here, hope Amrabat comes. Onana and Rajmas transfer completed after Mount. Yeah, that's what we all hope. Hope that comes through. And Lindelof doesn't have the build up to play inside. They're talking about Lindelof, obviously. I just think if we're talking about Amrabat is a proven midfielder. There's no need to bring a centre back in there. That's desperation, in my opinion. We're not Man City just yet. to able to do that. This is all the rage right now, isn't it? John Stones and Shevchenko coming to midfield. You got to have the ability to do that.
Oh, and what's his name? The failed right back at Liverpool.
Trent.
Yeah. Trent Derby.
I don't know. I don't think we're ready for that. Get a specialised midfielder in there first, like Amrabat, and see how it goes.
Well, look, we now know Mason Mount's medical's been passed. Does that mean has he had his holiday? You know, these players like to get these things done and then piss off on a week's holiday. When he signs now, is he a United player? And does that mean he goes on tour?
I think he will be on tour, gentlemen. But I think, I think he's had his. I think he's had his break, hasn't he? Because if you remember, is it last game of the season at Stamford Bridge? There's a video of him walking around Stamford Bridge from the back, and he's walking with somebody, taking one last look around at Stamford Bridge. Probably quite an emotional moment for the lad, being Chelsea through and through. Champions League winner, coming through the ranks. I've seen that video of him when he was younger, and he was talking about free kicks and that.
Yeah.
Was that 2008, 2009? So it's like, wow. I'd say definitely he's had an holiday now. He's had time to reflect. He made his mind up, and it's just like, get this over the line now. And he might go back to London. He's got to sort out a place to live, hasn't he, as well? So accommodation, he's got a week or two to sort somewhere out. Maybe rent a place, hotel, if you can afford it in this town. Do you know what I mean? But in Manchester, it's sky high up here. Tell you, Mason, Mr. Mount, you're gonna have to get somewhere cheap. B&B, there's a sofa there on mine if you want it, mate. Anytime. I got a sofa bed here anytime, pal. But yeah, I think he's ready to go. He might just go away for a week or so, and just come back. Or he might be in training now. He probably, he could be getting ready to train now.
Isn't he coming back from injury, Andy? Hasn't he been off this season, like with sort of niggles and injuries?
Depending on the medical now. If he's had a medical today, they'll like to say how far you're back from injury. And it prolonged. You'd probably get the records from Chelsea as well, getting treated and all that. And he's probably they've been briefed today, and he'll have a time when he's coming back. I think he'll be all right for pre-season, definitely.
Sorry. Have I misheard this? Have we just spent 60 million pound on a player who's injured?
No, he was injured, isn't he? Pelvis injury from Mount. He was injured last season, so he didn't have the numbers. I think he only played 20 odd games last season compared to what he was doing when they won the Champions League, and he was having all his great performances. But I think we're in that sort of time zone now where most players are on holiday in Ibiza or Ayia Napa, dancing and raving and drinking it up. And
playing basketball, chips and that on a yachts. I've seen that with Declan Rice playing basketball.
Oh, on a yacht?
Yeah, on a yacht playing basketball. Saying that was cool. But
I saw something really funny. There's a guy called HS Tiki Toki. He's like one of these TikTok guys who looks for girls and all that. He met Ivan Toney in Ayia Napa or Ibiza, one of his places, and he's videoed him and he's saying, "Oh, what's going on?" He kind of knew who he was, and Tony's there, looking cool. All the girls come up to him, everything else. He's yeah. I was the third top goal scorer in the league, and he asked him about the betting thing. He said, "Yeah, whatever." But I just think, man, I don't know. He said about the alcohol. He said, "Yeah, I drink." He basically said, "I drink a lot. I rave. You got to live it up. This is what life's about." This is what he said on camera, Tony. So anyone's just wanting to get, I keep saying James Tony, Ivan Toney, and that's a no for me, man. Very unprofessional. And
but Jack Grealish drinks. So what are you going to say? So
it's okay to get Jack Grealish once, you know what I mean? Every once in a while.
He's off season. He ain't playing no football. What's he going to be doing? Sitting at home doing nothing.
What? So betting scandal now, lone raver, alcoholic, girlish. I mean, it's dangerous territory.
I'm sorry.
Stay away from girls.
Tell you what, guys, if you were that age, you would be saying no, would you? I can't say no.
26-year-old single multi-millionaire.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And I can't train. I would be enjoying myself. Yes.
What would Fergie say? Fergie would say, "Go get married and settle down." We don't want. We've had enough scandals with these boys going out there with girls. It's dangerous territory.
Hold on. So it's better that he gets married and then carries on doing what he's doing. You can only get married when you're ready to get married.
Yeah, but if you want to look with these lifestyles, being in the big stage or at Brentford, no, it's like all eyes aren't on you. If he comes to a club like Man United or a big club, he's going to have that pressure. And I've heard rumours about him before. You know, we know what's going on with Sancho or whatever, or Rio in the past. There's always these rumours about these guys. They're ravers. They're this, that, that. I saw him. He was a gallus. He was standing there with his top off. Girls were coming up to him in a swimming pool party. And he was saying, yeah, I live it up. I drink it up. You got to live, you know, on edge, that kind of thing.
Lucky sod.
Thank you.
Oh, God. Well, I don't want him at United. That's my statement. I don't want him at United. And if we are sniffing around him, I'm going to bring all this evidence and put you in the dock and say, look at this.
By in January, you'll be back with this, won't you?
Yes, I will. Trust me. I'll get my files. I'm just going to file them away just in case you guys bring this up again.
And when he bangs a hat, he'll ram it down your throat.
Yeah. If he's a spaff with a load of scantily clad girls, you'd be partying then, wouldn't you? Well, we've got him, but he's training well. Ice bath.
Oh dear. The life of a footballer, eh? Life of a footballer.
Well, look.
Big up to Stephanie Griffiths, by the way. Saying hi to everyone on the panel. UK Shane saying Ferguson kept players away from alcohol. Yeah, he changed the whole culture, didn't he, at some point? Bartham saying, I worry about Ten Hag's plans for number 9. Rashford is going to have to muscle up to play central. Kudos, I imagine the same. That's the guy we're looking at as well. Big up to Hijacker, by the way. And Andrew Williams is saying he loves Kudos. He plays, I think, at Ajax, doesn't he? Ghanaian guy. I just think he looks like a Fred Mark II. Not very good for me. Jack Grealish.
Cool name. I love the name.
Jack Grealish.
When it's a dark screen. Yeah, when it's a dark screen, I worry.
All right.
Nice.
So Mason Mount. Going back to the point. Yeah, Mason Mount. Hopefully he's on his way. Big up to Lucky Singh. Mason Mount has an outstanding reputation as a trainer, says Andrew Williams. I wouldn't worry about his character at all. Yeah, I'm not saying that. I wasn't testing his character. I'm just glad that the medical is getting done, and hopefully in the next few days we hear about him signing and wearing his Man United top and doing kick-ups or something.
Number 19 probably. Well, me and Andy were talking actually. What how do you think he's going to be announced? Obviously, Andy was talking. He was reminding us about. Oh, I've forgotten his bloody name again.
Alexis Sanchez.
Yeah.
Piano.
Yeah. What do you think? How do you think he's going to? How do you think he's going to be unveiled?
I think Mason Mount will be unveiled as an orchestra. There's Ten Hag conducting. Dead little Dickie Bow, and there's in walks Mason Mount, violin coming in. That classical music. Oh, there's Harry Maguire blowing a trumpet, his own trumpet. So Mason Mount will come in playing a violin and asking for the sympathy vote and give me time. I'll get there. We're going. And the PR spin will be more DJ than Mr. B when he's turntables on a Friday night takeaway. So that's what United will spin it tomorrow. Spin, spin, spin. That's what they'll do. They'll release the pictures of him kissing the badge. Looking up, screaming at the camera, tackling, kicking a ball. Don't want to know it. Just I'd play football now.
Yeah. Everyone's saying how professional he is. Andrew Williams saying Tuchel said Mount was the best trainer he ever worked with. That's promising, isn't it? And we've got one, Stephanie saying, are we selling Fred as the player or a mascot for both the club?
So both.
Mason Mount will get on social media.
We get money. I won't put it past the Glazers to sell Fred direct. I put 50 million price tag. Fred the Red's up for sale. I'm telling you. You won't put it past these cockroaches. Fred the Red, even the tea ladies up on a transfer list.
Did you just say Graham Souness would sign him?
Remember he signed George Gray's
cousin. Idiot. And nobody reminds him about that, do they? Something else that came up today. We had a little debate the other day about inspired and selling our players, selling our players cheap. It's been Luton are looking to buy Chong from Birmingham, and we had a 40% sell on. So the club are gonna pocket the mighty total of 4 million once that sale is done and put through. I know we lost our mind over Laird and
Zidane
Iqbal. Do you think it's worthwhile now? Obviously, I'm not saying it's a windfall. I'm not saying it's going to change. It's going to change, who we can spend or buy our money on. But would we have got 4 million for Chong when we sold him at the time? Probably not. I'm wondering if it's beneficial to be doing it this way now.
Is that 4 million going to go to the funds, or is it just going to go into the bank and saved Glazers, Cayman Islands?
I will hold up my hands and I will say I have absolutely no idea. I didn't think about that when I asked the question, and maybe if I had, I wouldn't have asked it.
At 4 million, it's not going to go anywhere. It's not going to do anything. It'll just be banked. That's it. It won't go to Ten Hag unless you find a gem for 4 million quid. You get a spare goalkeeper for £4 million. I don't know. You tell me.
What does £4 million buy you these days?
A very happy life if you've got 4 million quid.
Yeah.
For us three, a very happy life and early retirement.
Big up Eddie Football Waffle. Go and check out his channel. Nice to see you on. Ethan Laird was never going to make it in our first team, and we played a back four. But my God, he was more valuable, than what he went for. And saying here, Iqbal should have been sold for 3 million. So yeah, I suppose when you see Chong going for a sell-on clause, which is a good business, you don't just give players away, especially when you invest so much time in them. There's when you got a youth academy, so much money. I don't know the figures, but so much money piled into that. You need to get something back from it, don't you? I think you need to get some change. And not every player is going to make it into the first team, but what you want to see, there are stats. This is from about 5 years ago. They were saying that Man United have the most players who have come through the academy playing first team football or professional football in the top leagues, including like Division 3, 2 and 1, the Championship, that sort of thing. So that shows that the development is good. And so we do like to see that players that have come through the academy and will make a career out of it. Because as you know, not everyone makes it. We're prime examples of that, and not everyone's going to make it at the first team. And Chong, he came along, he looked electric playing in the youth. Do you remember watching him, Andy? He looked okay. His hair, I don't know, always worried about his vision. How are you going to see with that hair like that? And, but he was playing under 21 football for the Dutch team as well. But he wasn't quite the player that we thought he would develop to be. And playing in the Championship, playing in England, he's making a career for himself. And we're going to see him in the Prem. And I'm sure when he turns up at Old Trafford, Andy's going to applaud him. He get a round of applause to say this is one of our boys that's come through the academy.
Well, if he scores in the last minute and robs us of a win, I won't be applauding that.
That's true. But did you see him play, Andy? Did you watch him in the academy, or did you see much of him in the reserve?
I've seen glimpses of him. He was good. And like you say, his heart's in it. And nobody wants any young footballer to fail, do they? You want them to prosper and to have a football career, because you say football careers are very short. It can end like that through anything. Injury, you're not up to it. We're letting you go. You can't get another club. So, yeah, I hope he does well, and I think he will. And he's on the Premier League stage, and it's going to be vital, and it's to gain experience, because if Luton go straight back down, which everyone expects him to do, it'll be inspiring. He's got that experience to maybe help him to come back up and challenge again.
Yeah, most certainly. Mr. B, you're complaining like this 40% deal. That, I mean, 10 million they're paying for him. That's a lot of money, isn't it? We wouldn't have never sold him for 10 million, would we? I don't know how much.
No, and that's what I was wondering. I mean, we lost our mind. We lost our shit the other day. Let's be honest. But if they're not gonna be first team, but look, we want them to be first team players. If they're not going to be first team players, maybe these deals are right. I mean, we wouldn't have got more than a 40% on anything. I know for a fact Iqbal's got a buyout and a 40%. and I'm going to assume that Leader's got the same. So
Right.
I just think I think it might be good business in a year or two.
I don't think Iqbal. I think Iqbal's got a sell on, not a buyback clause. So that suggests that they don't think he's ever going to be a Man United level player.
Oh,
player.
Man United will pay 90 million to get him back. From now we're competent. We've got a structure system and the negotiators. It's like trying to order a Big Mac and fries. We just go for a full Harrods meal. Dinner's on us. We'll pay for everything. That's what United are. We'll take you to Harrods. All why was a McDonald's.
Do you think it helps? Because we've got a good relationship with Birmingham City. So obviously Chong went there and Lurd's gone there now. And they look like they're a side that they could be building up again. Do you think it helps when these players are signed by these clubs that they're saying, on my CV, I was at Man United. I've come from the Man United Academy. I remember when I went to played in New Zealand, there was a guy that when we turned up at training, there was a guy who used to play academy football for Man United. I forget his name. Lee Canyon, his name was. Lee Kenyon, his name was. Really good player. But playing against him, I thought, okay, you played for academy. He's maybe smaller, but he wasn't. I didn't think he was outstanding. Sorry, Lee, if you're watching, but I didn't think you were like miles above everyone else. But his whole hype thing, reason why he got to New Zealand to play there as a big star, is because on his CV he played at the time when Eric Cantona was playing for the academy, and he used to tell stories about playing, watching Cantona and the talent that they had at the time. So I think it says a lot when you got you're coming from academies or you drop off, depending on what sort of level it is, what sort of club. That you say, oh yeah, I played at Arsenal. Yeah, I was with Man United. It means a lot, and I think that helps with signings as well for Chong, especially. He's managed to play for Birmingham City, prove himself. Obviously, Luton playing against him last season, coming up against him. The Luton manager's obviously seen this guy. Yeah, I'm going to take him to the Prem if we go up. I'm going to spend 10 million on this guy. It's good for him.
Guys, go on, Andy. You're going to say something?
He said we got a good relationship with Birmingham City. I think even Jesse Lingard had a stint at Birmingham.
He scored about 4 goals in one game, didn't he?
Yeah, he was quite instrumental in his season. So, yeah.
Andrew's saying here, Birmingham just finished bottom half of the championship for the last 12 years non-stop. So at least they're there. But they produced some good players, haven't they? The two brothers, the Bellingham brothers, and Damari Gray was at Birmingham as well. He came through there. So, yeah, probably got something going on. And there was another... Troy Deeney's just gone back there, hasn't he? He's a Birmingham boy. So, yeah, hopefully, I think we'll see big things from them the next couple of years. Hannibal was there last year. That's a good shout from Andrew Williams as well. And Lee Sharp, was Lee Sharp signed for the sponsorship? I don't know what he means by that.
Lee Sharp for Sharp Electronics.
All right, okay.
God, mate.
That went clean over my head.
Yeah, Emma saying here, our Academy boys does have a good reputation from the ones going on loan. That also helps in the selling, yeah. So I suppose that helps as well.
Good grounding.
Okay.
Guys, is there anything else that you want to we've blown through that.
Just to say, one thing from me, I think Brighton are doing good business. They signed the Dutch goalkeeper from Anderlecht, and we were looking at him. I know Jay keeps mentioning him on Stretford Paddock. Bart something. He's only 20
I heard
years
something
old.
about his intro. You know, they have the intro video. I heard he had a really good intro video. Apparently, I've got to go.
Did you do it for him?
Yeah.
You're getting hired now to do what he's smashing it on the Man United agenda, intro and outro. Yeah, that's. I think when you look at signings like that, I just think, wow, this guy's been on the radar, big clubs. Jay Motti mentioned him. I'm sure Andy's mentioned him on Stretford Paddock as well. And suddenly he's been signed for Brighton. Brighton seem to be a credible club these days.
Yeah, I think Brighton are a stepping stone to better things, and basically they've made McAllister. He's a World Cup winner. He's moved on to Liverpool. Casido, which United could have had for £5 million. But it's all right. We don't need to buy him. Ed Woodward, nah. We're not spending $5 million. Nah. We can do whatever we want. So, yeah, and he's moving on to Chelsea for $90 million. and it's a good stepping stone for promising youngsters and talent. So good luck to him. And also, 5 o'clock today, I watched the Rio podcast, Rio Live. Yeah. He went on about something maybe from Ornstein, maybe an announcement tomorrow. Maybe we're all, pardon the phrase, pissing in the wind. We don't know what's happening. It's at least he didn't do it in front of a train. But Rio said something at 5 o'clock. He can't give too much away. So I messaged Jay Motter. He don't know anything, but he's going to try and find out. He can't tell me anything. But there may be an announcement tomorrow. But how can there be an announcement when it's an American holiday? So it's just spin. And if something does happen, I'm sure all our phones will get rattled tomorrow. And we'll be on within a couple of minutes, won't we, of each other. Everybody would have to drop. You'd have to do a Man United agenda live from your mobile phone in the work toilet.
Yeah. I'll have to do it.
There's Armando sat on the toilet. Man United live. Sat on the toilet. There's Mr. B having a rum. Oh shit! It's 11 o'clock. You're drinking rum. He's live. Like, go with your pants down, guys. Metaphorically speaking. Oh, and there's me in my PJs trying to eat my cereal. You know what I mean? We all get caught with our pants down, metaphorically.
Oh, God.
Here we go. Yeah, Vincent's just backing it up. Said there'll be no announcement. July the 4th is Independence Day for the Americans.
Oh, yeah, the aliens are invading, aren't they? That's aliens are coming down. Yeah. You're going to have Will Smith smacking up more people. Like Chris Rock, welcome to Earth. Like that.
Happy Freedom Day or whatever.
Happy Freedom from the Glazers Day. That could be it. Qatar announce it. Happy Freedom Glazers Day.
There's news here that Dizzy's backing us up. Hi, Dizzy, White pre-boss. He's saying what Big G's saying here. Apparently, you're looking at Dembele from Lyon.
What Dembele?
We've been looking for years. Used to play for Fulham, went to Celtic.
Really?
And then, I'm not interested in that.
Why are we looking at that Trezeguet lad? Him in the World Cup. The World Cup lad.
Who's Trezeguet? Is he French?
Not Trezeguet. Yeah, he's his son. He used to play for France.
Oh, Thuram. He's gone somewhere now.
He's gone. Why aren't United looking at him? Why aren't United looking at him?
He's gone Milan,
yeah.
Well, big up, Anthony. How you doing? He said, good evening, everyone. Hope you're doing well, Anthony.
Good evening, Anthony.
Where you from, Anthony? Where you calling from? McAllister and Subu through the door. Thuram and Latvia next. Title loading. That's from Bart.
A Liverpool fan, yes.
Liverpool. Oh, Bart, look, you've been away for so long.
You were going to do it last year. And what happened, remember that? Yeah, you were going to win everything and go and beat them. That worked out well for you, didn't it? So, yeah.
Just two legends.
Go on.
Two legends game. Fabregas retired the other day. I thought he was a great player, but Mata is a free agent today. Mata, do you think he'd be remembered more as a Chelsea player or a Man United player? I mean, how's his legacy go down with you guys?
I think he had better games for Chelsea. I don't think we used him right at Man United.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't think we used him right.
To be fair, he's won everything in the game by the Premier League. So did he play in Spain's European? Did he play for Spain? He's a World Cup winner.
He was in and around the squad, wasn't he? I don't know if he won the Euros or the World. He's thereabouts.
He won everything in the game by Premier League. He's won a Champions League, Europa League, FA Cup, League Cup. So he's been in and around us. He's won major trophies and he's had a good career. Still has a restaurant on Deansgate. He's still invested in that.
Is that Spanish food? Is it Spanish food?
True. Yes, he's still the investment. He's still got a restaurant on Deansgate. So I'm sure if he starts playing football, I'm sure you'll see him again this season down on Deansgate.
Question for you from Bart Andy saying, have you had a look at Porto's Mehdi Taribi, 30-year-old striker? Good with the ball and cheap as well.
We were talking about him yesterday, weren't we?
Yeah, I've heard about today. He's like he scored, was it 22 goals last season or something like that?
Yeah, that's right.
So he's something to look at. We're looking at all options now. So like you say, this is like supermarket sweep. This is, remember back in the day, my mate Double A said it last night on the side. It's like supermarket sweet. You got 2 minutes now. 2 minutes in the transfer window. Here's your trolley. Get your can, Mr. Ten Hag. Go for it. Yeah, no. Olivia's you. Old. He's gone off. For God's sake. Oh God! Oh no! Just grab anything. Grab them bananas. You grab them bananas or the guitar, and you pull it off, and you get something like that. Yeah. For all you got an extra 50 million. Oh, nice one. Put it through the till at the end. There's Richard
I thought you were going to do a Dale Winton impersonation.
Yeah. There's Richard Arnold and the Glazers scanning it through. Calculators. No. Oh, he's a pound over.
Oh God.
So yeah, UK Exchange is backing up saying about Rio Ferdinand, hinting that something's going to go down. Big T saying matter of time before he retires. Good one. Matter was a number 10, incorrectly used by us. Lucky Singh, how you doing? Says, I know when hell bent, something never changed mine then. I'm not sure. Ramos ahead of him. Talking about Ramos. And we've got a comment here. All right. Anthony, how you doing? Do you tell us where you're from? He's saying Tarembi is a good striker that can be beefed up by Ten Hag, but I'm mighty glad we're going for Amrabat. Okay, there you go. So that was the theme of the show today. Big up.
Yeah, one more thing on Rio, though. I would dismiss what he's been saying. So I would 100% trust Rio on this.
Okay.
Because I would rather trust him than any other YouTubers out there who think they know something. So we'll just leave it at that.
I think we will leave it at that. With that, guys, before you go, if you haven't hit that like button, should have asked you before, just before you lock off, guys, hit that like button. There's 26 of you still here, so it would be nice to have 26 likes at the
26 likes, please. Come on, and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed, please, people.
Right, guys, we will be back tomorrow. Jeff, I'm still waiting. The invitation is still there, brother. I know you're a long way away, but we worked out something once before. I'm sure we could work out something again. There's still a space on the agenda waiting for you. Mr. Bassett, members highlight there. You're more than welcome to come on the You're more than welcome to come on the takeaway, guys. I like your voices on here. Be sitting down. I said already, you don't even have to come down. You don't even have to come with your camera. You can sit down in your PJs. You can sit down in your pants. It's no problem. It's no problem, man. It's no problem.
As long as it's not your birthday suit, people. As long as it's not your birthday suit.
Boomhouse is in the chat. How you doing? Also, Mickey Ruby, MUFC Realist TV. Go and check out and subscribe to his channel as well. I know Andy's a regular on there as well. So big up to MUFC Realist TV, and that's Mickey Ruby, man. Big up, and Matthew, Jeff's and Lucky Singh as well. Big up, family. Yeah, thanks a lot, guys.
Guys, we're gone. We're out
Tomorrow.
Yeah, we will be back tomorrow at 8:31. And 33 seconds.
So maybe, just maybe, there may be something happening. I doubt it, but you never know.
Keep the notification.
Watch your space.
Yeah, keep your notification like that and hit that notification bell, guys. We're out. See you tomorrow. Bye.
Bye-bye.